Hello and welcome to Sunday's second edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I'm going to be trying a puzzle called Taxi Rank by Marty Sears, which I think Marty's made this puzzle a sort of a tribute to his friend and ours, the pedaling pianist, who has been exploring this rule set called full rank. And anyway, Marty's made this lunacy here. Marty is one of the most as is the pedaling pianist, one of the most inventive setters in the world of Sudoku. And you can see we've got the taxi here, so there's sort of taxi ranks going on. And anyway, I'll read the rules of this one in a moment or two's time. It has a 99% approval rating and just 2 stars out of difficulty on Logic Masters Germany, so it ought to be approachable, and that is good, because I am attempting this at 4:30 in the afternoon, which is incredibly late for me to begin my video journey on any day. I normally try and record at sort of 1 or 2 in the afternoon, so that if I get hopelessly stuck on a puzzle, I've still got time to meet the 8:30 deadline. I failed utterly with that today, and that's because I had a lovely morning actually in the company of 3 friends playing this beautiful golf course, Royal Wimbledon. That is a picture I took from the 18th tee. We played Cambridge against Oxford. We were all alumni of 2 of us were alumni of Oxford, 2 of us were alumni of Cambridge. I am disappointed to have to report that Cambridge lost narrowly, and well played Richard, and well played Jeremy. Anyway, and I'm sorry to my partner Cliff. But anyway, that's by the by. But that's why I'm recording this late. It's been a beautiful day here in the UK, and yes, I hopefully, Marty, I'm relying on you here. I'm relying on this puzzle being achievable. Now, why is this the second video of Cracking the Cryptic today? Well, it's because at 10 o'clock this morning, we released something very special to us, which is this video, in which Mark and I not only met for the first time, but sort of solved a puzzle in front of the great Matt Parker from standupmaths. I think loads of people who watch this channel probably own Matt's books. He writes brilliant books about maths that are very funny as well as very educational. And anyway, Matt had done a puzzle in the MIT Mystery Hunt this year, which was Sudoku based, or had Sudoku at its core, that he believed was impossible without the help of a computer. And we tried to prove that wrong. And you can see how we got on in that video. But what a thrill for us to make that video with somebody we both admire very much. So do check that out. I think some of you might enjoy the video. The comments have been great so far. So thanks to those of you who have watched it and who have provided those kind comments. Those are the kind that we really appreciate and that this community, frankly, seems to specialise in. Now, the other good reason, well, no, it's not. This is a good reason why I'm recording this at 4:30, and that is because I've been a Liverpool fan since I was a very small boy, and there is a chance today that Liverpool will win the Premier League, and of course I'm recording the game, but I actually find it almost too nerve-wracking to watch Liverpool matches live now. I get too het up, so this is going to distract me. Hopefully my WhatsApp won't keep buzzing, and I'm going to be in a calm and tranquil place full of mindfulness as we look at this puzzle. But I do, before we start the puzzle, have a whole host of birthdays to read out. The first one of which is bonkers. To the King of the Netherlands, Willem-Alexander. It's your birthday today. Many happy returns. And I know this because one of your loyal subjects, I'm going to say Louis? Is that how you say that? I'm not sure. It's a very Dutch-looking name. But Louis wrote to us and said that it was your birthday. And I think in the Netherlands, you actually officially celebrate the birthday yesterday because Sunday is sort of reserved for church matters. But it is actually Willem-Alexander's birthday today. So to the King of the Netherlands, I hope you get the most fantastic chocolate cake. I really hope you watch the channel. That would tickle me pink. I'll never find out. But anyway, I hope it's fully iced. Next, Elspeth. Elspeth, you turned the big 4-0 today. And I know this. I remember your name because you and Robert became parents, didn't you? About 6 months ago, if I'm not mistaken, to twins, Lachlan and Charlotte. And anyway, Elspeth, it's your birthday today, and you are the official best mummy in the world, according to Lachlan, Charlotte, and husband Robert. I've got a picture. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, it's not in the right place. I can get it in the right place. Oh. So there are the two children, exhausted after a full afternoon watching Cracking the Cryptic, probably. But Elspeth, many, many happy returns. I hope you have a great birthday today. Next, Eric. Eric from one of your best friends, Jake. Eric, it's your birthday. Apparently Jake is going to be sorting you out. And rather strange wording here. Chocolate cake or a reasonable equivalent. What is the reasonable equivalent to chocolate cake? There is no reasonable equivalent. That's clearly nonsense. And Eric, you're a streamer, aren't you, I think? I think you stream games on Twitch under the pseudonym Triple 3 Ears. Triple, then a 3, and then ERES. So you might be looking at blueprints at the moment, which Mark and I might return to at some point. That was very good fun. But Eric, anyway, many happy returns. Next, we'll go to Indiana, where at Purdue University, I hope I'm saying that correctly, Joshua, it's your birthday. And I know this because your girlfriend Lily wrote to us and told us that you both watch the channel. Thank you for doing that. And Joshua, I hope you have a great birthday today. And then we'll shift states and go over to Kentucky and Lexington, Kentucky, the horse capital of the world, to wish Kenton a very happy 27th birthday. And I know this because your partner Bethany wrote to us. And apparently you don't like chocolate cake, but you're having pineapple upside down cake. Well, that I can sort of get behind because it brings back memories of my grandmother, who, when I was very small, used to make pineapple upside down cake, and I used to be completely transfixed with the idea that the pineapple could be on the bottom. Anyway, there we go. Kenton, many happy returns. Next to Italy we shall go for Marco's 25th birthday. And I know this because Giulia, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm almost certainly not. Giulia wrote to us, Marco, and told us that you're in the throes at the moment of writing your thesis for your physics degree on a very simple sounding subject, low temperature capacitors for low energy photon detection. Yeah, that's a series of words that I understand individually, but altogether means nothing to me. It reminds me of that Lobachevsky by Tom Lehrer song. It was on an analytic and algebraic topology. This I know from nothing. And then I write by morning, night, and afternoon, and pretty soon my name in Yeba Petrovsk is cursed when he finds out I published first. Sorry, I digress. I don't even know. Are you allowed to do accents nowadays? Well, I mean, that wasn't really an accent. That was an incredibly poor attempt at what Tom Lehrer does. So I was only copying Tom Lehrer. So don't cancel me, please. But anyway, Marco, many happy returns and good luck. Good luck with your thesis. And then finally, Clara. Clara, you've turned 1 today. And I hear that you watch The Souls. That's incredible. That's incredible. I know it's your birthday because your papa and mama, Alistair and Parinat, wrote to us. And you're having baby-safe cakes today. And you're choosing your first Pokemon. I love that. You're choosing your first Pokemon. And you've got the choice of Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle. The correct choice is Squirtle. Okay, I'm just giving you a hint. Choose Squirtle. Squirtle was almost ruined for me back in the day by a StarCraft 2 player who played Protoss, who called himself Squirtle and used to cheese occasionally, as is the wont of all Protoss players. But still, putting that to one side, Squirtle's the right answer. And Clara, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a very, very special birthday today. I think that's all the news. I'm looking at my great long list. Let's have a look at Taxi Rank by Marty Sears. The rules are as follows. We have got... Oh, I see this. I was thinking this grid looks tiny, but it's because half the space is taken up by the taxi ranks. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row. Every column is small, actually, and every 3 by 3 box. Oh, I've just had a horrible thought. I hope this will work on mobile phones. I know some of you like to play on your mobiles. It might be very small on a mobile phone. I don't know if we'll be able to fix that. Maybe we can produce a version that doesn't have this. I don't know how important this is, but anyway, let's see. The digits along each coloured route can be read as a 6-digit route number, starting at the square and finishing at the spot. Yeah, so you can see there that there is a pink route that goes from a square to a spot. There's another one that goes from a square to a spot, a square to a spot. So all of these are route numbers. These 9 route numbers can be ranked from lowest to highest. A circled yellow taxi... Oh, okay, so that's those, is it? Gosh, that's really hard for me to see. Have I got my right... I have got my right glasses on. I was wondering whether I could get some sort of better visibility by changing glasses. I've got 5 of those, but there are 9 listed here. I'm not sure. Anyway, hang on. Let's carry on with reading the rules. These 9 route numbers can be ranked from lowest to highest. A circled yellow taxi on a route indicates that route's rank. A 1 taxi would be on the route with the smallest 6-digit route number. None of the route numbers are the same, so there are no tied ranks. Okay. That already feels weird to me, but okay, there are 9 route numbers, but we only know the ranking of 5 of them. I'm a bit confused, but let's carry on. Box borders divide a blue route into segments whose digits have the same sum. Right, so that means those 3 digits... let's use... Gosh, what colour should we make those? Those 3 add up to those 3. Because you can see that this box border, the border between box 7, this box, and box 8, this box, divides the line in half, basically. So those 3 add up to those 3, is how blue lines will work. Oh, Maverick's about to fly. Maverick's getting lower and lower. Adjacent digits on a green route have a difference of at least 5. So green lines are like German whispers. So if this square was a 1, this square would have to be at least 6 in order to be at least 5 different from 1. And digits on a pink route form a non-repeating consecutive set in some order. So if this square was a 1, then this line... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this line would contain the digits 1 to 6 because it has to be a consecutive sequence. But it doesn't have to be like that. You can mix and match, and you could have 6, 4, 2, 3, 5. Oh, 5. That would be a potential way of filling a pink line. And that is all the rules. So do have a go. It's only 2 stars apparently. It's 2 stars to understand the rules. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, okay, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that all of the pink lines are 6 cells long, and they are Renbanic, so they are a sequence. Now, what we can say, because we're only selecting from the digits 1 to 9 in Sudoku, if we're going to pick 6 consecutive digits, we're always going to have a 4, a 5, and a 6 on each of these lines, because even if we start with the lowest number, a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if we start from the highest number, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So 4, 5 and 6 are on these lines. Which I really want to pencil mark that, but the way I would pencil mark that is like that, and I just don't want to do it, because a corner mark, I do tend to use these corner marks for box logic, i.e. I would be saying that the digit, for example, if I might do this, and that would indicate 4 could only go in 2 positions in this box. Now if I put 4, 5 and 6 along this line, that could get confusing very quickly. This digit is at least 6. Sorry, I'm trying to pick off low-hanging fruit here. How do I know this is at least 6? Well, if you look at this bottom blue line, we have a 3-cell segment there. So those 3 digits add up to this 1-cell segment. So the minimum these could be would be 1, 2 and 3. So this must be at least 6, because that's the sum of 1, 2 and 3. I'm just noticing that those 6 digits must add up to at least 21. So those 5 digits add up to at least 21. No, that doesn't look propitious. I just said that 4, 5 and 6 have to be on a pink line, so that square is not a 6. These squares are definitely smaller. I can feel my eyes sort of trying to see what they say. Right, this pink line has a 3 on it. How do I know that? Well, because this is 7, 8 or 9, could we put 9 on this pink line? No, because then it's going to be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and this cell could have no possible value. So if there's no 9 on this pink line, we're actually selecting 6 digits from 8. 8 numbers, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we're always going to have a 3 in the sequence as well as 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. So that cell is a... I mean, maybe we should just quickly deal with the secrets of whispers in case that becomes important soon. A German whispers line, this line here, can't have 5 on it ever, because the next digits are going to be 5 different from 5 in this case. If we go down, we get to 0 or negative numbers. If we go up, we get to 10 or higher. They don't work. So every digit on a green line will have the quality of either being lower than 5 or higher than 5. And the interesting thing, don't mock me, the interesting thing about that is that it oscillates, because if this is lower than 5, what's this? Can it also be lower than 5? Well, no, clearly not. These two cells are now never going to be 5 apart. So this is always going to be higher than 5 if this is lower than 5. And then what's this one? Well, this can't now be higher than 5 again, because it won't be 5 different, so it's going to be lower than 5. So this line here, well, indeed all green lines, are going to oscillate. So on this line, those 3 are all going to be low or high, and then the other ones are going to be the opposite. Now, the real game in town might be that we have to relate these green lines shading to each other. That one, no, no, I'm not. So far, I'm not getting this quite, am I? That cell has to repeat, well, it has to appear in box 4 and can't repeat on its own Renban. But that means it could be there or it could be in those 2 cells. Oh, hang on. Right, there's a 3-cell line there. Those 3 digits are the same. Okay, look at this line. If that's 1, 2, 3, that digit is at least 6. So that digit and that digit, those three are all on the same segment. Aha, right, here we go. Right, look at this green thing here. That digit is higher than 5. So what do we know about this digit? It's on a green line. It must be lower. This must be lower. This must be higher. And we've got the sort of polarity figured out on this green line. And there's going to be, well, no. All right, there's a slight restriction. 4 and 6 are the most restricted digits in terms of digits we can actually put on a green line, because 4 can only partner up with 9. It's the only digit that's 5 away, and 6 can only partner up with 1. So if we did write 6 in here, both of those squares would be a 1, and that doesn't work. And if we wrote 4 in here, both of those squares would be a 9, and that won't work. Now, could that be a 4? That would make both of those a 9. Actually, no, that doesn't work. That's a bit more subtle, though. If that was 4, these two would be 9 by green line logic, but the blue line logic would transpose a 9 here into those two cells as well. And so I'd have 2 9s in box 1. So that is not 4. Oh, and this is one of these ranking cells. I didn't really understand the ranking bit. Let me just think about what that meant. Oh, we start at the square. So we start at this number. And then, is a 1 high or low? 1 is the smallest. That's weird. Okay, look at this cell. I think this is the sort of well, it's this digit, isn't it? That's the start of a number. Can these? No, I was just wondering if they could all, it's Marty, okay? So anything that involves the words Marty and Sears in it will inevitably be mad in some way. So I was suddenly thinking, is it possible that all of these taxi ranks begin with 9s? But no, that's not possible, because these two are in the same row and they begin with different numbers. But there is still something here, because it's saying that this number, which begins with quite a high number, is either the actual lowest taxi rank. Now, if that was true, we could immediately go to all of the other starting ranks and write in at least this number, because they all have to be bigger than this number if this is a 1. But in any case, even if this is a 3, it's still the third lowest number that's beginning with a 6. So, what does that mean? Yeah, okay, I've got it. Right. So, it's such nonsense. It's nonsense. Right. Okay, so there is a tension that exists in this puzzle between this number. Whoops. I can't click properly. That number and this number. Because, I mean, okay, this gets a little bit subtle, but it's very clever. It's very clever setting. Right. This number here, beginning with this digit, is either the sixth the sort of the sixth from lowest. Is that the right way to call it? Or the seventh from lowest, or the sort of nearly the biggest, or the actual biggest. If this was 9, it would be the in fact, it is 9. I've just realised it is definitely 9. This is the actual biggest number. How do I know that? Okay, the reason I know that is the following. I know that one of the lowest numbers begins with at least 6. Now this one is definitely, this number here is definitely bigger than this number here, because that is definitely bigger than that. So that means this number is well, it's either the same as, or it's bigger than this number. Well, I'm telling you, it can't be bigger than it, because that is a 3-cell number that has to add up to this number. And what's the biggest number we can put on a 3-cell sum? 6. That is the biggest number. If we put 7 in here, 7, and then minimise those, 7 plus 1 plus 2 is 10, and I can't write 10 into these 3 cells. So this is 9, because that must be 6, because we know a smaller number is at least 6. It must be 6, 1, 2. Those are all 9. That's not 9 or 6. So that's not 4. In fact, that is 3, because there's a 1, 2 pair in the box. So this is 8. So this is not 3. This is not 9. Well, no, hang on. We've got to be careful here. I've got to be careful here. So this is either... Yeah, this is 6, is the corollary of everything we've said. Yeah, but effectively we have to find an equilibrium between these two digits. Because I know that this number here, which begins with 6, 7 or 8, is lower than a number that begins with 6. And so in fact, not only is that 6, but that digit... this ambiguates the 1 and the 2, because if this was a 2, this low number would begin 629, and this number, which should be higher than it, would begin 612. So that's got to be 1, that's got to be 2, that's got to be 1. These digits are 4, 5, 7. This digit is something. Hang on, how do we do that number? We know that's either the second or the third number. Yes, I tell you something we know. I haven't really used this yet, but I know that every number that is ranked 3 or higher begins with 6. And maybe if that's a 2, it would be every number that's 2 or higher. Those are all 6. Because I know that the highest number, which is this number, in fact I know what this number is. 6, 2, 1, 9, 9, 9. And I know that the number that's in one of those positions has a 6. Right, so no, okay, I know some... Oh, hang on. No, oh, it's nearly good. But what I was going to say is that I know that all the second digits here are either 1s or 2s, don't I? Because the biggest number in the pack is 621. So all of these 6 numbers can't have a sort of 3 in these positions, or a 4 or a 5. The key thing would be if I can work out... low numbers. I don't know if I can do that. It's very right. Let's look at this digit. I can see that's low-hanging fruit. That, if this was a low whisper, it would be a 4, because it can't be 1, 2 or 3. Now if it was a 4, those would be double 9. So it's not a 4, which means it's a high whisper number, which means we're in this sort of oscillation for this one. So let's completely populate it and then see what we can get rid of. which may not be much, but we can get rid of 4 from here. It can't be next to 9. We can get rid of 6 from here, because those can't both be 1. We can get rid of 4 from here. These can't both be 9. We can't get rid of 6 from here, although we can get rid of 9 because of Sudoku. We can get rid of 4 from here because those can't both be 9. Oh, right. Look here. The ranking of this one is not 3. Because if it was 3, this number, which begins with a 2 or a 3, would definitely be higher than this number, which begins with a 6. That doesn't work, does it? So this has got to be lower than this. So if this was 2, this would be 1. That's not a 1 by Sudoku. So this Renban has a very low digit. I don't know if that's a 3. No, it was that one. It was that one that we worked out had to have a 3 on it, not this one. This one we only knew it had 4, 5 and 6 on it. Oh, there's a bee flown in. Is it a bee or a wasp? Go on. It's not. I think it's a bee. I'm happy with bees. I don't mind bees. I don't like wasps very much. Go on. Oh, it's gone away. That's good. Okay. So how do we make progress then at this juncture? That can't be 6 anymore because this can't be 1. So that's a 7, 8 pair in this column. So no, that could be 9, and actually this could be 6 as well. There's a 6 in one of those 2 cells. There's a 1 in one of these 3 squares. You can tell I'm desperate when I'm resorting to Sudoku. Okay, right, maybe what we're meant to do is to think about the taxis. Now, where are... Yeah, this taxi here, I don't know what its rank is, but it's at least a 4, isn't it? Because it can't be 1 by Sudoku, and it can't be 2 or 3. So this taxi rank is at least 4, so it's at least here. So it must begin with 6. So that's a 6. But now with the second digit on this one can't be 3, because then the taxi rank would be too high. So that's 2. That's 3. 3 must be next to 8 on the whisper, because 7 is only 4 away. This is no longer 6. Okay, so this is 1 or 2. So one of those is a 3 now, we've just learnt. Now, can we do anything with that? There's a 2 and a 3 up here. But yeah, this is a weird one because we don't actually, it's not got a yellow stamp on it. So we're never going to know exactly where that is in the sequence. Oh, I see. That digit's a 1. That's the point. Yeah, this number, this is very clever, Marty. This number is really, it's very extreme at its back end, isn't it? After the 6 and the 2, it goes 1999 for the biggest number. So this can't be a 2 even, because it would then be bigger than this number, which is the biggest number. So that's not 1. 6, 2, 1. Okay, and now this can be anything, I think. Oh, hang on. This is a Renban. This is a Renban. It's got a 1 on it, we've just worked out. So this has got to be the right, it's got to be a sequence. So we've got 1 and 6 on it. So this is 3, 4, 5. This is a 2. So this is the second rank then. So the second rank begins with 3, which is probably not what we were hoping for. 8, 2, 7, 2, and then that is 7, 8 or 9, depending on what this ends up being. Now, in this row, we've got 6. Oh, we know. It's 8 and 6 to place. What a surprise. This one begins with a 6. So this one is one of these, which means this digit is a 1 or a 2. Oh, whoopsie. I was trying to put in a 1-2 pair. Okay, and that's going to be much less useful, I think. Okay, I'm not sure where to look now. What's the easy win? Is there an easy win? Can that be a 4? That would make this a 9. That's the only way this can be low. Because it can't be 1, 2, or 3. Oh, you know what? This one... If this is in this panoply, that's going to be a 6. Which would make this a 1. But otherwise, the only other number this can be is this number, which would be a 1 or a 2 or a 3, which it can't be. So this is a high number. Because there's no gap, if you like. This can't be, it could have been 4 from a whisper's perspective purely, but there are no taxi ranks that begin with 4. So it must be 6, and that must be 1. And now there's a 1 down here. There's a 6 in one of 2 places there. There's a 6 in one of a few places there, not here, because that's going to put double 1 on the whispers. So this has a 6 on it, which isn't surprising. It's probably here, almost certainly is here. And the rank of this one is somewhere up here, because it's not 6-2, is it? It's 6-1. Ah, but that means this is 6-2. Which probably matters for some reason. Oh, I see. Haha, that one's the key one. Because that one, I hadn't seen this one. That doesn't begin with a 6. So it must be this one, which must begin with a 1. Well, it doesn't begin with a 1, actually. It must begin with a 2 or a 3. So everything else begins with 6. Got it. Right. So so that begins with 6. That begins with 6, and the second digit in each case is either 1 or 2. So that's a 2. This is a 1 or a 2. Could well be a 2, but I think it still could be a 1. And I think that's all of our taxis, isn't it? That's sort of all of the taxis identified. There's a 6 in one of those 2 cells, but that's on this one, which begins with a 2 or a 3, which is this one. So this is the lowest rank. And this has got 6 and 2 on it, so it's got 3, 4, 5, and either 1 or 7 on it as well. Oh, this can't add up to... Right, look at this line here. This line adds up to either 7 or 8. So that means it's got to have a 1 on a 3-cell sequence to add up to this number. So that's got to be a 1. And if this is a 1, this is a 2-4 pair. And if this is a 2, then we don't know. Well, it means these add up to 7, obviously. That feels like it might be interesting, but I can't see how to use it. Bobbins. Bobbins, bobbins, bobbins. All right, let's try something else. 9 in column 1 can't be on a Renban with a 2. A 6-cell Renban with a 2. So 9's in one of those 2 cells. Oh, I tell you something we know. We know the oscillation of this whisper, don't we? So we should definitely do that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, not 6. Oh, this is a 9. Can't be any of the other high numbers, but it has to be high. So this is 3 or it's 4. So that's 9. 4, remember, 4 only partners up with 9. And this is low. And is 1 or 3, I'm going to claim. And it's on a whisper, and it's on this Renban. The one I want it to be is 1, because that is open to issue at the moment, isn't it? That's not 7 anymore. 3, 5, 8, 9 up here. So 8 is in one of these 2 cells. How do we do this then? That's definitely not 1 apparently. 9? No, nearly. Oh yeah, 9. Where's 9 in box 8? It can't go on a 3-cell string that's adding up to 7 or 8. So it's got to be here by Sudoku. And that means 9 is in the corner on the other blue line. And that might be interesting. Oh, no, what I was about to say is gibberish. Do not say gibberish in these puzzles. It really won't help you. 1 is nearly very restricted in this box. Oh, it is. No. Remember, oh goodness, all of these numbers begin with tiny numbers. The ones that begin with 6, 2, which this is one example of, then have to have a 1 after them. So that's a 1. That's a 1, which makes this a 3. Makes this a 2. Oh, that's not what we wanted here. Because now these 2 digits... Oh no, it's not bad actually. These have to add up to 7, and they're not 1, 6 or 2, 5. So that's a 3, 4 pair. It's not resolved, but it's true. That means this is a 2, and that's that digit. So that's a 2. The 2 ends with a 9 on the other side of it. And so this taxi is 619493. So it's up here somewhere. This taxi is 621. This is the 6th. This is quite close to the top of taxis. That's the biggest taxi. What one's this one? I would like to know that, but I don't think I do know that. There's a 3 in one of those, so it could be 3. There's a 4 in one of these, so it's not 4. 9 is placed in this box. It's got to go there. So this becomes 8. These squares have got to be 3 and 5, I think. So that means I get the 1 in the corner up here, and that square's a 4. So this is not a 4. This is a very low number. Oh, it's not 2, is it? Hang on, I've seen 2 numbers lower than the 6 number. Yeah, 3 and there's a 3 number and a 2 number. So this must be the 3 number. So this isn't 3. Oh, okay, that's 2 by Sudoku now. So 5, 7 and 9 into the top row. So the only place 9 can go is here. This is 5 or 7. This is 5 or 7. This is 5 or 7. There's 5s and 7s all over the place. 5, 7, 8. Oh no, hang on. That's a dreadful pencil mark. I don't think that's true what I wrote there. 4, 5 or 7 is actually more accurate. 8 is in one of those squares, but I don't know which one. Okay, but now I can fill in this number. 6, 1, 3. No, 6, 1, 9. 3. Oh, that's a bigger sounding bee or wasp. Where's that? Hang on. I don't know where that is. I can hear it, but I can't see it. This is an 8. This is a 3. Oh, I can definitely hear it. Sorry. It's somewhere. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's a wasp. Bobbins. Hang on. Let me just get my protection. Stefan Heine's Sudoku book from 2010. Go on, go away. Bad wasp. Sorry. It's now on the window trying to get out, which might mean it stays there. All right, so let's come back to this. So we've got this. This is the rank 1 one. So it's under no pressure at all. So all we've got there is the region sum line. This one is rank 6, and it begins 6, 2, 1. So it's 6, 2, 1. 3, 4. Oh, it adds up to 8. Sorry, that's been available for ages. Blame the wasp. That's 5 or 7. So that rank 6 ends in 8, and this is either 3 or 4. This is a Remban. It's got a 1 on it, so those have got to be 4 and 5. That's going to be good. That's going to give me this 7. It's going to give me this 5. It's going to give me these digits. It's going to give me this 7. The powers of concentration I am exhibiting now are profound. If you've got a wasp going in that ear, it's really disconcerting. 4, 5, 7 here. Now, what's that mean? This Remban's got a 1 on it, I see. So all these Rembans end up having 1s on because the taxi ranks are so weird. So this is a 3, 4, 5 triple. That's probably resolved somehow. 4, 3. Now, in this column, we haven't put 7 in, so we must do that. Okay. 3 is in what? 3 is there. So that's got 12 on it so far. And this has got 8 on it so far. So the difference between this digit and the other digit here is 4, isn't it? So it's either 1, 5 or 4, 8, I'm going to claim. Can we see which of those is true? So I think this has to be 1 or 4. It can't be 5, 9. I don't know. What about this row? 5, 8 is what we're looking for there. So the 8 goes here. That becomes 5. That's useful. That's very useful for a oh no, I don't like that. I do not like. Oh goodness, actually it's not. I thought that was a deadly pattern, but maybe it's not because of this taxi rank here. That's very weird and a bit worrying. This is now 1, so we now know that we needed a 5 over here, wasn't it? I said the difference had to be 4. So I think we're looking for 5 and 6 here, which it's not resolved though. That's annoying. But I've not put 8 into this row, so I can do that. These squares have to include 4, they have to include 7. It is a bit strange how this is not finished. What am I missing here? I'm sorry, but it's the wasp's fault. I've got Oh, that can't be 3, because that one's 3. Yeah, whoa. So that's got to be 5, that's got to be 3, that's got to be 3, that's got to be 5. So rank 5 is 621354. 621354. So rank 6 is bigger than that. So if this was 3 and then 4, it would be the wrong way round. So that's got to be 4 then 3. So rank 6, wherever that is, this one, it's 4 here, 3 here. Which somehow doesn't do anything, of course. Oh, it does give me 3. It gives me 3 there. Okay, and this is 2, and then it's 5, 6 in some order, and then it's 1, 3, 9. This is a bit strange now, isn't it? This one, 6, 2, 1, and then 4 or 5. So if it was 6, 2, 1, 4, 3, 4, 3, 5, 6, 2, 1, 4, 3, 5. Okay, it's not that. Because if this one was 6, 2, 1, 4, 3, 5, it would be between rank 5 and 6, I think. 6, 2, 1, 4. So yeah, it would be underneath this one. That's bizarre. So this one has to be bigger. It's got to be 5 then 4. So 6, 2, 1, 5, 3, 4. And it's either this one or this one now. But that means that's 7. So that's 5. So that's 4. So that's 7. And that's 4. And these squares are 5 and 8. Which is apparently... I don't know how we do that. Right, these are 7 and 8. I don't know how we do that. So I really need some help from these digits. They are 2 and 6. Yes, 2 and 6. That's better. So 2, 6, 6, 5, 5, 8, 8, 7. That is how to solve the puzzle. But I haven't got a clue about the rankings. Hang on. So we've got 2, 5, 6. Now rank 2, which is this one, ends in 9. Rank 4. 6, 2. I've got a 6, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3. That's quite big. Yeah, that's 6, 2, 1, 5, 4 is bigger than that one. So 6, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3 goes there. Then 6, 2, 1, 5, 3, 4 goes there. And now this one should be the balancing one. 6, 2, 1. Now I've used that one. Which is the other one I've not used? 4, 3, 8. Yeah, that one. This one. 6, 2, 1, 4, 3, 8. And hopefully now, if we scan down, it should look sensible in the sense that, yeah, so even when we drop here, it's because that digit's moved up. So that makes sense. 1, 7. Yeah, that's fine. 3, 4. Oh, no, I've messed this up. Oh, that's because 4, 3, 8. I've already had it. Sorry. That's there. Oh dear, there's another one in here that I haven't spotted. 6, 6. Where is it? Where's the one I haven't used? Is it that one? No, that's the big one. Oh, how pathetic. Is it this one? 619493. Oh, yes, it's that one. Okay, 619493. I don't think I'd put that one in. But it didn't matter. I mean, I didn't use any of this logic in the puzzle. Is that right? Yes. I think I made a complete horlicks of that. I was very distracted by a wasp and a bit distracted by my inability to see the grid properly and a bit distracted by my brain not playing ball. But anyway, wonderful puzzle, as always, from Marty. I really like that. I did a pedaling pianist full rank puzzle. I think, is it Bilal Stephen? That's the pedaling pianist's father. I think they do puzzles together on full rank, and I think I've done one on the channel, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant. So a very nice tribute, presumably for your friend's birthday last week. Was it Thursday? I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but I enjoyed it mightily. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.